what I said about not making videos without makeup, but this cannot wait. I just went to go get coffee. It's 8:10 a.m. Why do I see 3 new homeless encampments out in my neighborhood? I live in the Valley. I live in West Valley. Mayor Karen Bass, what are you doing? It's more homeless people. I left to go back to Bali for 6 weeks. I come back, it's exponentially more homeless people than it was before. Not only that, but I thought we cleaned up the whole stroll. If y'all don't know, it's certain streets in LA where it's a lot of schmostitution. I thought we cleaned a lot of that up. They're back. Oh, I seen multiple this morning. And so this is an indicator of the economy. But to see the 304s back outside is a greater indicator of what is to come with the economy. And this not okay. And I know that this is going to be a nationwide issue, but on a city, county, and state level, Amelia Padilla, sorry, that's who the person is. You are our council person for this part of the Valley. What are you doing? Karen Bass, what are you doing? Governor Newsom, what are you doing?
People are trying to throw Karen Bass under the bus for the LA fires for the exact same reason that they tried to throw Kamala Harris under the bus for the border crisis. I'm going to repeat that. People are trying to throw Karen Bass under the bus for the LA fires for the exact same reason that they tried to throw Kamala Harris under the bus for the border crisis. I'm going to let that one sink in.
And these people don't never take no responsibility. And these people don't take responsibility for nothing. It is amazing to see, man. I am all for it. I'm here for the ride. I'm enjoying seeing them eat at themselves. They do everything under the sun besides take accountability, besides take responsibility for their failures, their incompetence. Jesus, they're throwing each other under the bus and pointing the fingers at each other. We all know by now everything that is taking place in California with the wildfires, where entire communities are devastated. It's like been burned to the ground, man. It's unbelievable the amount of damage. I think they're saying it's up to billions of dollars in damages. We have so many lives have been lost now. I think it's well over 23 something lives that we know of, and I'm sure the body count will continue. May their souls rest in peace. This was pure negligence, and someone should be held their feet to the fire for this.
Bro, this is apocalypse in California. Bro, real life apocalypse in California. Everything is burning to the ground. You guys, it's like a zombie land. Look at this. Look at this, bro. Everything's burning to the ground, you guys. People left their cars. They left everything behind. Newscaster out. Man. If this ain't crazy, then what's crazy, you guys? Is the world coming to an end? Oh my God, look at the grocery store. Look at this shit, you guys.
So here we go. As we all know, we have the boy Gavin Newsom going to his daddy, crying to his daddy, please, please, Joe Biden, please, Kamala Harris, please, please, get them to stop. This is all disinformation. This is all misinformation. Please, we should have did more to censor them from out here telling the truth. I am no way I'm going to be able to recoup from this. This is career ending.
I ask you, we've got to deal with this misinformation. There were hurricane force winds of mis and disinformation, lies. People want to divide this country, and we're going to have to address that as well. And it breaks my heart as people are suffering and struggling that we're up against those hurricane forces as well. And that's just a point of personal privilege that I share that with you because it infects real people that are out there, people I meet every single day, people the mayor's been meeting with, and they're having conversations that are not the typical conversations you'd have at this time. And you wonder where this stuff comes from. And it's very damaging as well. But we're here to get the job done.
We all seen that video. So now we got the daggone fire chief throwing the city under the bus, basically throwing the mayor, Karen Bass, AKA African pride woke Karen Bass, the incompetence DEI. She's throwing one DEI hire under another DEI hire. She's going on national TV. We've seen the clip of the reporter pressing her saying, hey, did they fail you? She danced around the question. Did they fail you? I'm just trying to do the best I can. Did they fail you? Yes.
Did the city of Los Angeles fail you and your department and our city?
It's my job to stand up as a chief and exactly say justifiably what the fire department needs to operate to meet the demands of the community.
Did they fail you?
That is our job, and I tell you, that's why I'm here. So let's get us what we need so our firefighters can do their jobs.
Did they fail you?
Yes.
Reports are showing that, I guess, after that clip of the news reporter questioning her and her saying that, basically throwing Karen Bass under the bus, because when she refers to the city failed her, she's essentially talking about the mayor, Karen, aka African Pride woke Bass. She threw the finger at her. She pointed the finger and said, yeah, it's her fault. One DEI hire to another DEI hire. Well, Karen Bass must have caught wind of that. And there's reports saying that they requested her, summoned her into the office of the mayor, and I guess she reprimanded for her throwing her under the bus. And reports were saying that the fire chief was going to get fired, to only find out that, well, they didn't fire her. What in the hell is going on?
Let me just say that, as you see here, the chief and I are lockstep in our number one mission. And that mission is to get us past this emergency right now. We want to make sure that we save lives, we save housing, we save businesses, and if there are differences that we have, we will continue to deal with those in private. Thank you. No.
It's so bad that now Karen Bass is putting out statements saying that it's basically racist for people condemning her and holding her feet to the fire, making her have accountability for her failure, for her dropping the ball on her constituents that voted her ass in there. It's even gotten so bad that now people are coming out talking about, oh, it's racist, it's because she's a black woman, she's a woman and she's black. The nonsensical woke SHI, you know what, that I cannot stand from the black KKK collective groupthink.
Something, she's got a spine of steel.
Yes.
And she's also been a black woman in America a very long time. So none of this is new to her. We're mad because we're tired of it.
We're mad
tired
for her.
We're mad for her, and we're going to stand. Listen, I don't know how you here, but I'm happy you're here. Because somebody needs to say,
to stand, behind her and support her. Because how is she handling it? You can see it in her face. She stays calm. But think about this. She has the city to take care of. She does not have time to hear from these reporters.
And she is also not mayor of every municipality in California.
Yes.
There are people that are mad that she didn't fix the fires in Malibu. She's not the mayor of Malibu.
And what makes matters worse with them pulling this race card, because race has nothing to do with it, and DEI has everything to do with it.
LA Mayor Karen Bass is now claiming people don't like her and want her to resign because she's a black woman. I guess when all else fails, it's time to pull out that race card, huh? I mean, all you need to do is think for just 1 minute. If this was truly the case, they would be turning a blind eye to Gavin Newsom right now. They wouldn't be calling for him to resign as well. We all want you to resign, not because of your race, but because you can't do the job. Because why did you cut fire department funding by $17.6 million, huh? And why did that budget cut go towards things like this? You're telling me money that could have been used for this fire is going towards gay choirs, huh? We want you gone because you can't even answer questions without a script in front of you. That reporter was asking you very valid questions and you just sit there quiet staring at the floor. Maybe, just maybe, if you spent less time being a woke warrior and spent more time learning how to be a good mayor, people wouldn't be asking for you to resign right now.
People are condemning and holding her feet to the fire because of her actions and policies. She dropped the ball and she failed. She defunded the fire department almost $20 million. They were not prepared whatsoever. People lost their lives and livelihoods. And to make matters worse, with them pulling the race card, while they saying because she's a black woman and we're sitting up here condemning a white fire department chief. So we being misogynist too? We being racist to the white fire department chief? It makes no sense. This is the typical behavior of the left to run. If you remember Karen Bass, she ran when the dude ran up on her from getting on the plane to come back from Ghana.
Madam Mayor, David Blevins from Sky News in the UK. We're fire chiefs say that they're really stretched to the limit and running out of water. What have you got to say to that? Have you no response to that? Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning? Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor?
Just a coward, and more reasons on why she should resign. If it was all about race and it was all about all this other bull crap that you guys want to spit, then why did the fire department chief come out and drop all the facts on how she dropped the ball and failed them?
Let me be clear. The $17 million budget cut and the elimination of our civilian positions like our mechanics did and has and will continue to severely impact our ability to repair our apparatus. So with that, we have over 100 fire apparatus out of service, and having these apparatus in the proper amount of mechanics would have helped. And so it did absolutely negatively impact. I want to also be clear that I have, over the last 3 years, been clear that the fire department needs help. We can no longer sustain where we are. We do not have enough firefighters. With that, I have also requested multiple budgets, interim budgets, to show how understaffed, under-resourced, and underfunded the LAFD is. So with that, also, we have clear data that shows the LAFD needs more help. We need 62 more fire stations. These reports also show that we've had a 55% increase in overall call volume since 2010. And guess what? We're doing it with less firefighters. I was also directed to develop a plan as part of a budget reduction exercise, and that could equate to $48.8 million. And I rang the bell that these additional cuts could be very, very devastating for our ability to provide public safety. That would have resulted to 15 fire stations closing down and potentially the elimination of over 300 firefighters.
And on top of that, there's reports coming out that she wanted to cut $49 million extra on top of what she already did, which would have shut down 16 different fire departments. So if it's all about race, then why are the facts steady coming out? It's so bad that the LA Times CEO came out and said, hey, I am so sorry and I am so regretful that I wish I did not endorse Karen Bass.
Well, first of all, we'll accept some blame, right? So at the LA Times, we endorse Karen Bass. I think right now in front, that's a mistake, and we admit that. So I thought it was very important early on for me to come out. And I think we were one of the few to say competence matters. We got like maybe 20, 23 million views to show how that was really dear to the heart of most people, whether you're right or left. And it's an interesting thing is that maybe we should think about how we elect people on the basis of, did they actually run a job? Did they actually make a payroll? Do they understand what it is? And rather than having professional politicians whose only job is really to run for office. There's nothing, I'm not trying to be disparaging, but I think we're at the stage now of the nation and the world, and there's many things we'll talk about even in healthcare, that you really need people to understand, well, how it affects a man in the street, how it affects the working type of person. And I think President Trump in this election has understood that, and he's become truly the Republican Party, as you said, has become the Democratic Party in terms of addressing the problems of the man in the street. So competence absolutely matters. And I'm glad that that's been taken up as almost a meme now, that competence matters.
So stop pulling this race baiting BS and always pulling the race card to try to duck and hide and never take accountability. I mean, I'm sick of it, man. This is the stuff that divides our country. This is the divisive stuff that just divides us, man. We are critiquing Gavin Newsom, not because he's white, but because he failed in policy and he sucks as a leader. We are not critiquing Karen Bass because she's black and a woman. We're not critiquing her for any of those things that you wokesters, you race baiters, you people want to keep hiding behind this race card. We're not critiquing her for any of those reasons. We're critiquing her because of her failed policies, actions leading up to it, and pretty much destroying people's livelihood because she sucks as a leader. Boy, this is not looking good for Karen Bass nor Gavin Newsom. But I want to know what your thoughts are. Put it in the comments. I want to read them. I want to hear what you got to say. Do you think that we're wrong? Do you think that these people have some say? We all know this ain't racism, man. This is where we are in this country. You can't even call people out and hold their feet to the fire and make them have accountability for their failures without somebody hurrying up and pulling, oh, it's because she's a woman, oh, because she is black, oh, because I'm gay, oh, because of this, and oh, because of that. I mean, this is where we are in this country, man. To be honest with you, it's the same song rhetoric that we're so sick of hearing. I can't wait for it to just completely dissipate. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you get notified every time I put out some more mean tweet commentary. Don't forget to hit me up on Instagram. It is official Craig Long 45. And as always, I appreciate y'all supporting my channel. It goes a long way. It's your boy, Craig Long 45. You can't make this shit up. I'm out. Peace.
Yeah, oi.